pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Ravens offense set to go to work, and it's Lamar Jackson now in his 6th NFL campaign who will lead the way.
All the talk of Jackson leaving the Ravens this offseason was just that, talk, as the two sides hammered out a deal that made him the highest paid player in the NFL. And why would they want to separate? When he has the ball in his hands, great things typically happen.
Right to the air is Jackson. He finds the rookie, Zay Flowers. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. And it appears they'll go for it here on fourth down. A big call on the game's opening drive. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Play action. Now Jackson. That one into the hands of Beckham downfield. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Well, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he's got it. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Odell Beckham. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Hurts' throw brought in by Brown. And all the way in inside the 15 before they drop it. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the gun, here's Swift. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Swift will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And bulldozing his way through. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Second and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Here's Hurts to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott on for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Powers through. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Play action. It's Jackson. That is caught. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's about it. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. They go play action with Jackson. This pass caught by Beckham. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28. Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Jackson now. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now 21-7. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
They go play action now. Jackson throwing middle, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Eagles offense and A.J. Brown headed back out there. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Third down and 1. Hurts sets up to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. 2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give, Dobbins trying the right side. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. On 2nd down, Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Complete to Zacchaeus. Down to the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. DeAndre Swift. As the first half is winding down. And the Eagles would extend their lead here just before halftime. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Well, you can't skip halftime on Sundays, but you can right here. So it's over, and on to the 3rd quarter we march. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
What a way to start the 2nd half. These guys are showing no signs of letting up. They have a chance to take a decided advantage with this possession.
3rd quarter starts with a run from Swift. 52 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. Now this throw caught left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, 41 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Hurts will throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, They go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked-off folks on the other sideline now.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Wiggles free. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. From 13 yards out, and the Ravens get a bit closer. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Hurts. His throw incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit.
A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
The tackle by Trenton Simpson.
They'll try and run for it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the... And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast it...
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts.
Hey, middle.
Here's a give to Dobbins running right. There he goes, right side. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. 27 yards for J.K. Dobbins. And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run up the gut and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in headlights? That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on him. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Hey, middle.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The Ravens send their punt around now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
Throwing is Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On 1st down, Hurts. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
2nd down. Here's Hurts.
He's going deep for Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space. Couldn't uncover the end of the route. And that one winds up incomplete.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And the Ravens are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, 2 by C. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth. Back now in Baltimore, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Able to fight through one tackle.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Wide receiver A.J. Brown, you see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Here's Hurts to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he stopped immediately there. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
First down, Eagles.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are right back in this football game.
A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Now Lamar changing the look.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Ravens first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. They come up now on 2nd and 2. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Here's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 7-yard line.
Jackson, draw play to Dobbins. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. This is caught. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
This is 3rd and goal. Jackson will keep it. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. The clock showing 19 seconds to go. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter play. That one looks like he'll throw here. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. from Baltimore. Good night, everybody.